So today I needed to do my December palettes in my 2 try pile, and this is a series that I do not think is going to return in 2024, so this is probably the last one that you see. So I am on a no makeup buy at the point of me filming this, so there's really just no point in me doing this because this is not going to grow. This collection is not going to grow. I'm not buying makeup, I'm not buying palettes, so I think it would be better for me to just show you guys this like collection. Let me go ahead and show you guys. I do have the Jeffree Star Scorpio palette. This is the newest palette he has released, and I have such an issue with Jeffree Star because I feel like before his palettes had a meaning, but ever since the Psychedelic Circus palette, it just kind of is like he's taking random colors, barfing them into a palette, and calling it a color story. Like, this is just not a color story. This is just random grunginess with a couple pastels that are more than likely in other palettes that he has. You know, you got a very neutral roll up here, but this is not a palette I could create a whole look with, and it's really heavy. Like, I got this and I was like, this is like as heavy as my laptop, you guys. Like, this is as heavy as my laptop, and I'm not really like keen for the naked people. Yeah. He used to have color stories and used to have a theme, but now he's just kind of like throwing colors together and just making really ugly palettes. So this is the Gothic Beach palette. This is the one that released before the Scorpio palette. And I feel the same way about this. I don't see Gothic or Beach in this. I barely see a whole look. Like, this would have been like really good with like maybe these two gone and like more black colors I could kind of maybe see, because you got the beach and then you'd have Gothic and then like a pop of color. I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like he's taking random colors and just putting them in a palette and calling them a story and giving it a name and then being like, okay, we're done here. Like, that's kind of how I'm feeling at this point with his palettes. And I don't think this lifts. Done in some 2 looks 1 palettes, so that way I can put them in my palette ranking since I don't see this collection growing. I mean, I literally don't have any more makeup orders to do. I literally am starting my no makeup buy this week. This is the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. I was so excited when this came back. I was like, I'm getting it. I want it. It's mine. It's the perfect wedding palette, honestly. I love this. I love it. And then we have Jeffree Star Cosmetics again. Cotton Candy Queen palette. My mom calls herself a Cotton Candy Queen, and she definitely is. But this is just not cotton candy to me. Again, he took random colors and he barfed them into a palette. That's what he did. If he was doing the cotton candy theme, if he took out the yellows and stuck with like pink, blue, and purples, I could kind of see that since that's kind of cotton candy colors, but the yellows just don't make sense to me. He was definitely trying to do a pastel palette with all the pastel hype and rage with like the, you know, the Natasha Denona pastel palette. I don't know. I don't know. I am going to be working this week on filming some 2 looks 1 palettes with these palettes for you guys. And like I said, this series is not going to return next year. This is it. So, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, y'all.